Introducing the BMW XM. My name's Ardil and welcome back to the channel. Today is an absolute honor of a video to share with you guys. This BMW XM is about to take part in something truly breathtaking. I really hope you guys enjoy today's video. Sit back, relax and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Rowan,
And I'm Matt.
and today we have a world first on our hands. We will be fully sound upgrading this latest BMW XM.
Yeah, no, this is pretty big. I think I speak for both of us when I say that we're pretty excited about it. We've got amazing core, really cool core, and we've got amazing products, really big list.
So we will do now is explain the product to you and just give you a little bit of a rundown and explanation what all will be going into this vehicle. So let's head over to that. So in our vehicle, as you can see, we got so much product here in front of us. For our speakers in our front stage of our vehicle, front doors, we'll be doing a Thesis tweeter with a Thesis mid-range. Under our seats, we will be doing our Audison Prima woofers that will be going under our seats. In our back doors, we have our Audison Prima tweeter and mid-range. And then in our boot, we have also a set of speakers, which will be Audison Prima tweeter and Audison Prima mid-range too. What we will also be doing is we'll be adding a beacon. The beacon allows us to connect with our phone via Bluetooth just to stream music, and we will be running a fully optical input to our amps. So we have our dedicated tuning solutions for our BMW to run fully optical. So that is our speaker range that will be going in, and Max will be taking over our amplification.
So for our amplification system, we have the one that's not here is a Thesis Venti, the big boy. That would be powering our Thesis mids. We have the Thesis Quattro, which is going to be doing our front tweeters and our Prima under the seat woofers. We have our Voce Quattro, we got two of them. One of them is going to be doing the rear doors, and the other one is going to be doing the rear deck, both running Prima mids and tweeters. And then we also have a Virtuoso just for tuning. And last but not least, we have our Thesis Uno, which is for our subs.
So our subs, what we'll be doing with them is we'll be building two custom boxes left and right of the vehicle. We got a little bit, not too much space to work with, but I'm sure we can make it happen in this vehicle.
And when it comes to sound deadening, obviously, we've got 3mm skin soundproofing. We've also got our 5.5 millimeter Ultimate, as well as
our wave liner. So this will be going into our door cards. This is actually something new that we will be doing in our vehicle. Our wave liner will help with also things like rattling, vibrations, and it'll hold sound and allow sound also to come nicely out of our speakers. Also, most of these products that we have here was in this customer's previous vehicle, also a BMW, but a 7 Series. So the things like the Prima speakers and some of the amplification has come out of his previous vehicle. What we'll also be doing is we've ordered new Thesis tweeter grills. So we'll be, where is the factory ones, they look like that. We'll be taking those grills off, and then we'll be adding these nice flush grills onto them. So now that we have our products explained to you, we'll do a REW. We'll be testing our frequencies of our original sound system that is in this car. And then once that is done, we will be doing an inspection, and then after that we can start stripping out. So just before we start stripping down our vehicle, what me and Max will be doing is we will be testing our original speakers. So we'll be checking all the frequencies of our speakers just to give us a comparison of before and after. So we'll get responses of these speakers now, and then at the end of our install, we will do a retest of our aftermarket speakers, and then we will just measure up the distances and the frequencies of all of them. So yeah, let's get into the frequency testing.
Right, as you can see, we've fully shipped out the car. We're going to move on to the inside of the car. As you guys know, we've got 140 sheets to put in this car, so we're going to try to get into every single area that we can. So I'm going to start with the front of the car, and let's get to it. We've started soundproofing on the doors, and they're all finished and complete now, so we're going to start reassembling them. We're also going to be doing the headlining. So once the floor is done and we're happy with that, we're going to take the headlining down, put as much as we can up there. We've also got some panel liner, which you guys have seen, and also some ultimat. So we're going to try to, again, get that every single little place that we can.
So we're at a point now where we will be focusing on building our sub boxes. So we'll be putting a custom built box on each side. So we've already soundproofed inside there. We've soundproofed most of our vehicle in front, and then Max will be soundproofing our roof too. So what we'll do is we will keep the original panels of this vehicle. We'll give that back to the customer, and then we will custom build our own sub boxes and own panels for our subs to go in. So once that is complete, once we have our boxes built, we will start with our floor. So we'll build a brand new floor so that the customer can once again keep all his original equipment and panels and things like that. So I'll get started on our sub build now, on our boxes, and then after that we will tackle our floor where our amps will go. So I'll catch you a bit later.
Right, okay, so for our speaker wires in BMWs, they have the factory wire to the mids and then from the mids to the tweeters. So we're not going to do that. We're going to run new wires to the tweeters, and what I've already done on some of the door cards is instead of tapping onto a wire, we've actually run pinned wires into the quad locks that run from the inside of the car to the door. Yeah. So it's a lot more seamless and a lot cleaner. We don't tap into any wires, and allows for us to just wrap it up into the loom nicely, and you wouldn't see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through on this door. The quad lock goes on this side, in between the door and the actual chassis of the car, and goes up through here. So I'm going to take the quad lock out, run my 2 wires, positive and negative, into the quad lock, mark the pin location down, and then do the same on the other side for the harness going into the door. And then once that's done, I can do just a basic continuity test just to make sure that I've got continuity between my positives and my negatives. And once that's done, we know that we can start connecting up our speakers and that they're going to work. So as you can see, we've got our wires run in. They're pinned into the door harness. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do just, like I said, a very basic continuity test. So we're going to set our multimeter to continuity. Double check that it's working. It'll be hard to pick up, but there's a little bit of a beep. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hook up one of our multimeter prongs to the positive and just stick it inside. And we'll do the same to the other positive on the other side. And you can see there is continuity. You can hear the beep. I don't know if you can pick it up. That being said, it should be fine, but I'm just going to do the ground wire as well, or the negative. And there you go. So we've got our continuity. We know that the pins are in the right location. So now that that's done and we're all happy with all our doors and all our new tweeter wires running, what we can move on to now is connecting up the XT30s or connectors that we can attach to our speakers. So let's go ahead and get started on that so that we can actually get the speakers in, run a test, and make sure everything's working so that we can move on to other stuff. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take the factory tweeter and mid housing. This sits in the rear deck, so behind the rear seats. This is a sealed unit, so we can't actually reuse this, and we can't use the factory mounting locations. So what we'll do is we'll put it onto the 3D scanner, 3D scan the whole thing, come up with a new sort of template or mounting positions for the tweeters and the mids. And we'll be doing the same with the DRC. The client has opted for having it in the little cubby compartment next to the steering wheel. So what we're going to try to do is have it at a bit of an angle like that. To do that, we're going to take a 3D scan of the inside of, well, essentially the whole box, and work our way from there.
So as you can see, we are nearly done with our custom build. We just did a rough test fit just to make sure all our lines and all our panels are fitting nicely. With our sub boxes, as you saw earlier on me drawing the dimensions and things like that, these woofers, the Mille Legend, they like to play in a box at about 17 liters. So that's happening with our subs. We've still got a top to do here, which we will put on a shock, so it will, you know, automatically lift up, and we'll push it down to close it. And then once that is done, we can start covering. So I'll get this board cut now, and then I'll meet you guys up for covering again.
Okay, so because we've got the Thesis tweeter going into this XM, what we had to do was, like you guys have seen, take a 3D model or scan of the original factory tweeter housing, which sits in the door card like this one. Basically print out a new one. So that would allow me to essentially cut a hole in, well, angle it to where we wanted it to be, more focused on the driver and pointing at you. Cut a hole out. Mount we have a sort of cup that the tweeter sits in, mount that inside, sort of in the actual housing, and then do a couple layers of bridge filler, sand that down until we get a nice shape like this, nice and round. There's no sort of rough edges or anything anywhere. And I just wanted to show you guys just before it heads off to get trimmed in Alcantara. And the reason we do this and we don't do the original or OEM part is in case that the customer wants to go back to the factory sound system. We have had it before. Actually, this customer he's done that with his old car. He took the sound system out of his older car to put some of it into this, as well as other parts. So a lot of parts that we kept from that car have actually gone back into the car, and that's exactly why we keep OEM parts. So I'm gonna hand this over to Rowan. He's gonna go and trim it in Alcantara. And we'll put it back in, put the door cards back on, get everything nice and set up so we can get ready for testing. So let's get to it.
So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video so far. Honestly, an absolute honor to work on not only this level of car for the incredible client that we have, but also the level of system that we've just carried out on this BMW XM. By far the largest and biggest system ever completed on a BMW XM ever in this world. I challenge the next owner to beat this one. From every single detail that's gone into this build has been absolutely spectacular. An absolute honor to have this caliber of car and this level of system. I'm going to be now going through the spec of the system, going through everything, how it works, kind of the understanding, to give you guys a bit more kind of a breakdown of exactly what's gone on throughout the install. Obviously you've seen a lot in today's video so far, but what then later on, you have to stay for that bit, because that bit is going to be extremely exciting. You guys are going to sit inside this vehicle with me and share the incredible sound that this vehicle now has. So we're going to start off in the boot, which is where a lot of the work has taken place. As you can see, there's been quite an extensive amount of work, but in a very, very minimalistic way. Our client really, really likes an OEM feel in the vehicle, however, understands that You have to do what you got to do to make great sound, and that is why he chooses us time and time again, because we develop and do what we have done here. This is incredibly special. So what we've got on the sides, we've got two custom boxes housing the Hertz Mille Legend 10-inch subs. These are in custom enclosures. We had some effects down the side. We've got the OEM lighting still retained to give a little bit of light still into this boot. They look absolutely sublime. We've also relocated the 12-volt socket into this side as well, which is really nice and still keeps the car nice and usable. You've still got plenty of loading space here. We have taken up a little bit of space because the original floor sits like this and goes all the way across. So we've raised up the floor here and gone across. So you've still got loading space, but you'll notice now that we've got two little tabs. We've also got the XM logo into this floor and the Cambridge Car Audio emblem here. It just sets the car off really nicely. So let's show you the bit you've all been waiting to probably see. So under this top section, when we lift this up, there we have the Audison Thesis Venti. We've got many amplifiers in this setup. We've got the Audison Thesis Venti down the middle, which is a 2-channel amplifier. Retails around £12,000 for this amplifier. Incredible bit of kit. It's basically a dual mono amplifier, and if you want a bit more detail on that amplifier, head over to our website because specs are there, or check out loads of other videos that we've done on installs with this in. Alongside that, is two amplifiers. This is the Audison Thesis Quattro, which is still in the Audison Thesis lineup, but the tier down from the Venti. The Venti kind of sits on its own little pedestal. The Audison Thesis Quattro on the right side, then we've got the Audison Thesis Uno here. We also have two other amplifiers that are actually located underneath the rear seats. So underneath the bench there, you've got two amplifiers which are out of the Audison Voce range, which drive the rest of the system. We are running a entirely fully active system on this, and then we've got the Audison Bit Virtuoso, which is completely hidden as well. This is really nice because it allows the client ability to show what all the piece of artwork that it is here, but also the ability to keep that nice and closed and still have loading space here as well. I'm going to pause the video here. I'm just going to remove this panel because the clips are incredibly tight, or Abin's going to carry on filming me. But as that gets removed, what we've got here is a really important part of the system. So obviously with this car being, you've got the 12-volt battery here, you've got the hybrid battery system here. What we've actually done is made this all on a quick release board, and you can really easily just unplug everything, and all those amps there get disconnected, the whole system slides out. Incredibly functional, but also allowing for these amplifiers to sit in here really nicely. It means you've got the ones that you want to on display. Obviously the Voce amplifiers are phenomenal, but what we didn't want to do is have this space covered up because it means that the vehicle wouldn't be serviceable. This is where the level of detail that we go through when we're speccing a system, designing a system and installing it, making sure everything is inch perfect behind the scenes, and the team have done a bonkers job on this car to get it to where we are right now. Everything is really neat, very easy to understand. It's very logical under here, and it also looks very special. So in the rear quarter, kind of rear deck area, you had a Harman Kardon system in this car, which means there was no designated subs in the car, but you had a rear two-way set, a two-way set in the rear doors, and this color on this interior is sublime as well. But you had a two-way set here, two-way set there, two-way set in the front, tweeter and mid combos, and then the 8-inch under-seat drivers. And these are the common thing that we use across all BMWs. However, this client's obviously gone to a whole nother level. We've actually custom built pods and enclosures for these rear quarters to sit in, and these actually allow for the Audison Prima range, the tweeter and mid-range driver to sit into there, and then we've got the tweeter and mid-range driver into OEM location. Obviously the vehicle has been fully acoustically deadened as well to reduce road noise, and so much rattles that the car came with, so that is now all fixed, and obviously we're adding a hell of a lot more power into the system, so that was a really important integral part of doing the system. The front end of the car, we've got the Prima 8 inches underneath the seats. We've got the Audison Thesis 3-inch mid-range custom enclosure that sits into here. Then we've got the Audison Thesis tweeter, which sits onto a custom pod. For those people who own these vehicles and know these vehicles very well, you'll know that this cluster is actually quite big from factory. What we've done is extended it slightly, so it is a little bit bigger, but still in an OEM way. And it basically replaces this, but this is done in a new mold. So we've taken a 3D scan. We use quite a lot lot of equipment from Creality to do this, to be able to get like all the 3D scanning that our team have done to get this car to where we need it to be. Really, really helpful. And these are the tools that we invest into as a business, and we reinvest all the time to be able to develop and do the best we possibly can. This then sits in here incredibly nicely. We've retrimmed it, looks really smart, matches the rest of the interior, and it just goes with the car so well. These are also then partly on axis to driver focus. We've gone kind of more towards the center stage of the car, and then everything on the alignment stage is done on the DSP. So we've got a little bit more tuning to go, and then we'll join you inside where we're going to be listening to the final result of this system. Also in this cubby hole, we've got the DRC controller. This is really cool because this is kind of a space that doesn't really get used too much, and we go through options with our client. We've custom built a little pod to sit into there, and that will be sub-level control and different EQs all nicely controlled through there. So I mean, what a spec, guys. Honestly, absolutely crazy. Anytime an Audison Thesis Venti goes into a vehicle, anytime any Audison Thesis line goes into a car, you know it's going to be special. And when a Venti takes place, as well as the Cambridge Car Audio way, you know it is going to be incredible. So now let's listen to the system and enjoy that part. Guys, I've just had to listen to this. We've just finished the tuning on the car. Absolutely breathtaking. You guys are gonna love this. So I don't even know where to start. It is phenomenal. I'm gonna stop talking for a minute. You guys are gonna be listening to this microphone setup. This is the moment, if you haven't done so already, you need to be listening to this on the most incredible system you can possibly find to be able to try and even get close to try and replicating how good this system sounds. I don't even know if this mic might even struggle with this. It is absolutely phenomenal in here. I don't even know where to start, but let's just get on with it. Just enjoy. Every detail is there.
He's all you see. Tell him you got his keys, cause you thought he needed them, but he's not coming back again. So he's gone, leaving then. You won't see him again. It was convenient, but you won't be staying friends. And you know that, sweetie, you know that. Think you knew it before, but you just ignored that. Was it your milky eyes or skin? I don't know. Doesn't matter anyway, cause I'm never letting you go. I know it's gonna take some time, but I will make you mine. I'll go the extra mile.
Honestly, it is kind of laughable. It is absolutely bonkers. And the nicest thing, this is so minimalistic. It's so serviceable. It is so correct. It is so everything you want from a system. Honestly, absolutely breathtaking. It's the only way to put it. I hope you guys have loved this one as much as we have. The team, everyone inside this building has done something towards getting this car ready. Rowan and Max, who are lead engineers on this, phenomenal work. Hats off to you. You've built a world's first. We've built the best BMW XM in the world. Is what it is. Top us. See you on the next one.